Hello guys, the INICET exam got over yesterday and many of you would have written it. I thought let me share my opinion of the paper and a few thoughts about the way ahead. I am Dr. Ram Gopal, a full-time ophthalmologist and author of Sure Success Magic, the lifesaver book for NEET PG, INICET and FMG exams. Coming to the question paper as such, it was definitely not an easy paper. I would say it was moderately tough. That is primarily because the number of PYQs were lesser this time and the number of newer questions by topics were a little on the higher side. But then any exam is going to have about 50% of standard bar routine questions, just like this exam had, which you should be getting it right. Another 25 to 30% is going to be questions where you will have to apply your knowledge or maybe think a little harder, and that would be it. And the last maybe 15 to 20% of questions will be on totally new topics or totally new facts, some of which were asked this time also. So will questions like trofinetide, the drug for Rett's disorder, or the keynote 189 trial, or which of these are direct gonio lenses, or such questions determine your rank? No, absolutely not. These kind of newer or more difficult questions will be difficult for almost everyone, almost 99.9% of people. So when you see the list of toppers coming out, probably even they would have got these questions wrong. But when it comes to the routine questions, they would have got them right. For example, did you get the question on superior gluteal nerve right, or did you get the question on necrosis correct, the apoptosis, question on iron deficiency anemia? Did you get all these questions correct? So these are what matter in taking you up to a certain level and taking your rank higher up further. So should your preparation change looking at this INICET paper? Should your preparation change for the upcoming exams, the November-December session of INICET or NEET PG/next? No, definitely not. So if you are trying to study newer bar vague topics more, you will miss out on the commonly asked topics. For example, taking ophthal as an example, anti-glaucoma drugs is a very commonly asked topic in almost each and every exam. That was not there this time, if I am right. But there were some other questions. There were other questions like something about kinetic and static perimetry, and something about, like I said, direct gonio lenses examples. So if you're trying to spend more time going in depth into topics which are not so frequently asked, I can always come up with a new topic to ask for you. For example, in the next exam I may not ask any of this. I may ask you about which are the agents for retinal tamponade following vitreoretinal surgery, or I may ask you about the different types of ptosis surgery. So on, the list is endless. So the bottom line is that the frequently asked topics, the previous year topics and the previous year questions still matter, and they make the crux or heart of what you will be studying and preparing in future also. And coming to the recalls, of course every coaching platform is coming out with their mega recall, and we were the first to recall, and 95% strike rate kind of recall, and so on and so forth. The thing with recall is it's called recall for a reason. You try to remember and then put down the questions. There is no 100% recall which happens. There is a lot of overlap among the options which happens. The options of one question get mixed up with the other question. So whenever this recall is happening, it's like a two-way street. The faculty are telling you something, at the same time you're telling the faculty something. So that way the final paper with the probably the most correct options gets formed. Some of the platforms, I think Marrow puts it up almost a month later, wherein they have a reasonably good recall which has happened. So, and I don't think they're in a position where they have to really jump into the I am first kind of bandwagon. I mean, not promoting a particular platform, but that's the way it is. So don't spend or rather don't break your head too much upon the current recall. But yes, I want you to be aware of the recall, or rather, once the proper recall happens in the next few days, if it is happening, because whatever mistake you have made in the exam, that kind of sticks in your mind. See, right now you're in a position where whatever mistake you have made, you will be trying to find references to say that is correct. But a few days down the line, that will not be the case. Once the actual recall happens and the answers come out, you need to be aware of the correct answer, so that in future you will be 100% sure of the mistakes which you had made. And coming to Sure Success Magic recall, rather, I put up the screenshots from the book after almost each and every exam. I had put it up for NEET PG also, more than I think 120 screenshots I had put up. Similarly, for the INICET also, I'll put it up once a proper recall happens, and I will see that and put it up. The book has helped hundreds of you, I know, based on your feedback. I thank you for the same, and it will go on to help you for each and every exam. All the best, guys. Study well, and I hope I can be more active on YouTube and Facebook very soon. All the best.